Hi, this is Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, right back here on WagerTalk TV with your Fade the Public NFL video for Week 7 this Sunday, October the 24th, as we're nearing the halfway point. Not quite there yet, a few weeks away of the NFL season. And it's interesting, guys, the lines are starting to stabilize. I always talk about the advanced look-ahead lines versus the opening lines and the current lines. Not a huge difference this week as the odds makers are getting a little tighter, not moving the numbers as much. But there's still some very public sides this week in the NFL. I'm going to give you the three most public sides this week and then two bonus public underdogs. Ding, ding, ding. Red flag alert. So far this season, we've had three public dogs. We've gone 67% fading those, including last week in which the Chargers got blown out as a public dog against Baltimore. We've got two of them for the first time all season, two public dogs, and then the three most public favorites, all coming up in this video here on Wager Talk TV in just a moment. Quick reminder, the public's not always wrong. Sometimes I agree. I often disagree. But if you want my official best bets for Sunday NFL, also this Saturday college football, Major League Baseball playoffs, and don't forget about the NBA. Pro basketball started this week. 80% start for my clients in the NBA this week. Get everything right now for half price with a special promo code WEEK59. That's WEEK59, WEEK59. Gets you 7 days and nights, all sports, every play, every day, for just $59. That's half price for the next 7 days and nights. All sports, week 59. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. Get there quicker with shortcut WT.buzz/SM. Let's look at the most public side this week. There's really two games this week that kind of tied for being the most public side. They both go at 1 o'clock Eastern this Sunday. We'll start off with the one I'd say was maybe a teeny bit more public, and that's the New England Patriots. -7 at home against the New York Jets on Sunday afternoon. Now, the Jets have been a popular play against for the public quite often this season, so not a surprise that the Jets are maybe the play against team here. But New England has been both public and a play against public team at different points this season, and at this point, they are the play on public team. Keep in mind the Patriots have a rookie quarterback, Mac Jones. They're just 2-4 straight up. Guess what? The Jets also have a rookie quarterback and another one of the top draft picks overall, a higher draft pick actually, and they're just 1-4 straight up. And the reason they played one less game is because they had a bye last week. And one angle that's worked very well in the NFL over the years, and we'll see if Zach Wilson, a rookie quarterback for for New York, will have some extra practice time and prep. Playing ugly underdogs off a bye have been a long-term winning play, so they have that going for them. And they also have the anti-public angle here. So the Jets currently +7 in this game. By the way, the opening line on this one, 6.5. It's now 7. The advanced line a week ago was 7. Of course, the Jets didn't play, so we didn't see a lot of movement, even with New England's good performance against Dallas. And keep in mind, the public last week was heavy on the Cowboys, and boy, did they catch a break in that game. Dallas was -3, 3.5, goes to overtime. They win by the unexpected touchdown by 6. So the Patriots cover in regulation and lose in overtime, and that was one of the most public sides last week. So once again, public went against New England last week. Patriots played tough, and now it's the most public side this week. Just shows how quickly the public can switch allegiances in the NFL. Once again, New England Patriots -7, a very public side this week on Sunday afternoon. Another very public side, one that was just as much public, maybe a slightly bit less, also at 1 o'clock Eastern, is the Carolina Panthers, -3 against the other New York team, the New York Giants. So the public is fading hard the two New York teams this week, the Jets and Giants, who are combined 2-9 straight up on the season. As you guys know, I say on this video quite often, it's not necessarily play on teams, it's more play against teams, and maybe just teams that the public doesn't want to play. And that's where we get very lopsided one-way action. So it does make sense that despite New England being 2-4 and Carolina being just 3-3, that these are both very public sides this week. I think it's more that the public wants nothing to do with the Jets or Giants. And of course, last week, the Giants were another one of those fade teams. The Rams were one of the three most public plays on this video. And as I preach each and every week, the public's not always wrong. I sometimes agree with the public, and you all know I agreed with the Rams last week. In fact, I posted that for free for everyone to see on my page at WagerTalk.com. Don't forget, I put up free plays on a daily basis whenever possible. Every Saturday and Sunday, college and pro football plays posted for free on my page at WagerTalk.com. As you know, it's a game that was just a bit outside for making the cut. I still think has value as maybe a 1% to 2% opinion. My best bets, of course, are usually 4% plays. So those of you that are building your bankrolls, check out my page for free plays. The Rams were my free play last week. I agreed with the public and went against the Giants as well. It's hard to back this New York Giants team. They've been really bad offensively for several years. Obviously, Daniel Jones still in the learning process at quarterback. Their passing attack has been better this year. In fact, they're a pretty average offensive team compared to what they've been in years past. Their defense has been the problem. So the question becomes, can Carolina take advantage? Panthers have not been a great offensive team this year. So we'll see how this one plays out. Public likes Carolina -3. By the way, the advanced look-ahead line a week ago was -2.5, -3. The opening line was 3, and it's sitting on 3. And for those of you who watch this video every week and watch my football videos, both college and pro, know 3 is the most key betting number in all of sports when it comes to football. About 9 to 10% of the time, an NFL favorite's going to win by exactly 3 in this price range. So we'll see if it moves on or off of that key number by kickoff, 1 o'clock Eastern Sunday afternoon. So once again, your two most public sides this week, New England Patriots -7 and the Carolina Panthers -3. Let's get to one more public side here. This game just made the cut. Last week I mentioned that the Packers just missed making the cut against the Bears. And it's a good thing we left it off the video because Green Bay went and covered. The public did well last week with a lot of road favorites. So not a surprise that they're back in the Packers even a little stronger this week. And now Green Bay does make the cut. They've gone 5-0 straight up and against the spread since that blowout loss in week 1. And if you recall, they were a very public side and made this video back in week 1. Cashed easily, fading the public in that one with the New Orleans Saints 38-3. But since then, Packers have gone quietly, a perfect 5-0 straight up and against the spread. The public is catching on. They just missed the cut last week. They were a public side, not enough to make the video, but I did mention them here for you. And then this week, they're even more public. So once again, your third most public favorite this week and most public side overall, third most public side is the Green Bay Packers against the Washington football team. That game goes also at 1 o'clock Eastern. Green Bay currently an 8-point favorite, and we have seen some line movement on this one. The look-ahead line about a week ago was around 7.5, but then I saw some sports books open the line as high as 10 this past weekend, and it quickly came down to the current line of 7.5, 8, which was in line with the advanced line. I think it was an overreaction to the Washington football team getting blown out by Kansas City. They've struggled offensively, just 13 and 22 points the last 2 games, and only putting up 13 points at home against what had been a really suspect Kansas City defense was a concern. But of course, Green Bay last week, an impressive win against Chicago. I shouldn't say impressive. The Bears aren't that great, but 24-14 on the road. They really dominated that game. And I think that's why some books opened 10, but they was once again quickly bet down to the current line, Green Bay -8. Packers do look like a very public side. And keep in mind, by the way, the Kansas City Chiefs last week, the most public side on this video against that Washington football team. So once again, Green Bay -8, another very public side in the NFL this Sunday. Now, those are the 3 most public sides. They're all favorites. I'm going to give you 2 bonus public underdogs. And as you know, 67% this year fading these public dogs because the public normally doesn't back underdogs. So whenever there's some love for dogs, it's something you definitely want to pay attention to. I'm going to get to those 2 in just a moment. Quick reminder, if you want my official best bets for this Saturday college football, Sunday pro football, NBA, which is off to an 80% start this season, Major League Baseball playoffs and World Series around the corner. I finished number 1 this year in MLB totals at WagerTalk.com. Take advantage of this special promo code here on this video, Week 59, WEEK 59. Week 59 gets it done. A full 7 days and nights for half price. Every sport, every day, every play. The same games I am personally using. Week 59, half price for a full 7 days. Just $59. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. Let's look at the 2 most public underdogs this week in the NFL. And as I tell you, the public normally plays overs and they play favorites, right? So when they're on a dog, it's something you want to pay attention to. We've only had 3 public underdogs in the first 6 weeks on this video. We've gone 2-1 fading those so far, including last week in which the Chargers were 1 and they got blown out by the Baltimore Ravens. 2 teams are public this week as dogs. First one is on the daytime card at 1 o'clock Eastern, and that's the Tennessee Titans plus 4.5, a public dog this week. Really interesting for several reasons. First of all, they're playing the Kansas City Chiefs. They're hosting the Chiefs. As I mentioned just a few moments ago in the Washington-Green Bay game, Kansas City was the most public side on the board last week, and the public cashed with them easily, 31-13 against the Washington football team. The week before that, they played against Kansas City. Buffalo is actually the only public dog that is covered this year. That Sunday night game, the Bills were a rare public dog, and they are the only ones that have covered this year here on this video, fading Kansas City. The week before that, the public won with Kansas City at Philadelphia as the most public side. So the public's won with them twice and faded them once. So they're a perfect 3-0. They've had a pulse for Kansas City, a team that, by the way, until covering last week against the Washington football team, had gone 2-13-1 their last 16 games. That was only the 3rd time in their past 17 games they've covered the point spread. And the public thinks it happens. Nope, not this week, because now they're on the Tennessee Titans. Maybe part of it is because Tennessee pulled the big upset of those Buffalo Bills, who they loved against the Chiefs. You see how this is just a web, a matrix of confusion the public is in right now. Bottom line, though, the Tennessee Titans are a public dog this week, one of the more public dogs I've seen this season at plus 4.5 as a home dog. Very ironic that the public cashes with the Chiefs last week, and now they're jumping ship. We'll see how that one turns out. Goes at 1 o'clock Eastern. The other public dog this week is the Sunday night game, Colts 49ers. The public likes the Indianapolis Colts in this one. I think there's a few reasons. First of all, I did a video with Teddy Cervansky, Teddy Covers, and Kelly Stewart, Kelly in Vegas here on WagerTalk TV earlier this week, previewing that Sunday night football game. Be sure to check that out. It's a good 5-6 minutes in-depth video with more details. But as we mentioned, recording that one on Thursday, that we weren't sure about Garoppolo's status. Well, as of Friday night, as we head into the weekend with the injury reports out now, he is listed as probable. He's expected to play with the calf injury on Sunday night, and the line has risen a bit. It's back up to 4. It was 3.5. Now it's back up to 4. Now, the advanced look-ahead line over a week ago, before these teams last played last week, was going to be 5.5. The injury news obviously lowered it a bit. It opened 4, was down to 3.5. Now it's back to 4. We'll see where this settles on Sunday night. Probably the most bet game of the week, of course, the bailout game, if you will, on Sunday Night Football. But the public does like the dog here. Now, keep in mind, as I mentioned earlier, we've had 3 public dogs this year. We've gone 2-1 fading those. The only one that cashed was the Sunday night dog a couple weeks ago with the Bills over the Chiefs. So we'll see if the public is right again here with the Colts. I don't think so personally. I think the 49ers have a little bit of value here, and I like the fact the public is lining up on the other side. I like the fact Garoppolo is healthy because keep in mind, Trey Lance is not expected to be able to go. That means Nate Sudfeld would be the backup, the third-string quarterback if needed. That's why the public is jumping on Indianapolis here. It'll be interesting to see if this game is still public come Sunday night now that they know Garoppolo is playing. But once again, Titans plus 4.5 and Colts plus 4, 2 very public underdogs this week in the NFL. Hey, thanks for watching. As always, hope you found this video useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe to WagerTalk TV, and also hit the bell. If you want to know when my videos are posted, including this NFL Fade the Public each and every week when it's hot off the press, click that bell. You get instant alerts when new videos are posted. Don't forget to check out my college football top 25 preview also for this weekend here on WagerTalk TV. And then next week, WagerTalk Today, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. I'll be guest hosting for the Prez starting on Tuesday next week, along with Teddy Covers. Check out WagerTalk Today all of next week, as always. And most importantly, leave me a comment below. I read each and every comment. I reply back. I love to know who you all like this week. Let me know where you agree or disagree with these public sides, and give me your best bets this week for the NFL as well. Once again, subscribe, like, comment below, and don't forget to check out promo code WEEK59, 7 days and nights of all sports for just $59. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. Best of luck. Thanks for watching as always. I'll talk to you again soon right here on WagerTalk TV.